Welcome to part two of Investing in the Stock Market, a presentation that I gave 158th graders to make it make sense. Now, we know that the stock market is a place where you can buy and sell stocks, and we measure the stock market by something called an index or an indice. You might have heard of the S&P 500. It's broad-based. It has 500 securities. NASDAQ is very tech-heavy, has about 3,700 now. The Dow Jones Industrial Average. Those are just collections of stocks. Think of it as a playlist. As those stocks go up, the market goes up because the market is literally just a bunch of stocks. And the stock market is centralized around the consumer. So that means if there is low unemployment, you have money. So this was a career day. And I literally went to the eighth graders and said, all right, you're going to get your first job. What are you going to do? Where are you going to spend your money? And a lot of them be like, I'm going shopping. I'm like, cool. Where are you going shopping at? And one of them said Walmart. I'm like, great. That's a stock. You go shopping at Walmart, then that stock's going to go up in value because it's recognizing revenue. So they're not going to get that revenue unless you're employed. So that's why low employment equals more income, because consumer demand is what drives spending. It's all centralized around it. If there's higher borrowing costs, so the Fed is raising interest rates, don't worry, we're going to cover that next and it's awesome. Fed raises interest rates, it's going to cost more on your credit card. It's going to be harder to borrow. It's going to cost more to get a mortgage. So you're less likely to spend. So therefore, there's less spending. It's all focused on where are you going to spend your money. More money equals more spend. There are a lot of external factors that affect consumer spending. All of this goes together with the overall inflation picture. And if you really want to understand how the stock market works, if we have high inflation, your money is starting to lose its value. Your eggs used to cost $5 for a dozen, all of a sudden $17 for a dozen. Your expenses are going up without your income going up, and that's really inflation. You're paying more and more money for the same thing. That's bad. Less money in your pocket, less spending. If there's higher interest rates, covered that. Higher cost to carry debt. All of a sudden, your credit card bill is going up. You're going to have less money in your pocket. You're less likely to spend on other things. We have a strong dollar. Yes, I know that looks like a uterus. When the Fed first announced that they were raising interest rates, tech took the biggest hit because they require a lot of capital to innovate. But some place like Apple, who has a lot of iPhone sales overseas, if our dollar becomes really, really strong, well, they're making sales overseas, they're converting it back. That actually hurts their revenue. Consumer confidence. If you don't feel like you're okay in your job, you're safe in your job, or that the economy is doing well, you're probably not going to spend your money and you're going to start saving. If you're not spending your money, corporations aren't recognizing revenue, therefore the stock market isn't going to go up. Supply chain issues. If travel internationally is suddenly stopped and you rely on getting pieces like for your iPhone from China or somewhere else, it's a supply chain issue that's going to increase your cost to create a product. And if you increase your cost to create a product, then you're going to have to raise your price or you're going to start losing money. And if consumers aren't willing to pay that,